Once upon a time, there was a boy that has been saving up money for weeks. He wanted to treat himself to something special, something he had never had before. He had seen the sign outside the hotel coffee shop. Ice cream sundaes, 50 cents. He had imagined how delicious it would be to have a scoop of creamy vanilla ice cream, topped with whipped cream, chocolate sauce, nuts, and a cherry. He had counted his coins every night, hoping he had enough. Finally, the day came. He put on his best clothes and walked to the hotel. He felt nervous as he entered the lobby, which was full of elegant people and expensive furniture. He followed the signs to the coffee shop and found a vacant table near the window. He sat down and waited for someone to notice him. A waitress came over and placed a glass of water in front of him. She looked bored and impatient. She did not smile or greet him. "How much is an ice cream sundae?" he asked timidly. 50 cents, she replied curtly. The boy pulled his hand out of his pocket and studied the coins in it. He had exactly 50 cents, but he also wanted to leave a tip. He knew that was the polite thing to do. He wondered how much a tip should be. "How much is a dish of plain ice cream?" he inquired. The waitress sighed and rolled her eyes. She glanced at the clock and then at the other customers who were waiting for a table. She did not have time for this. 35 cents, she said brusquely. The boy did some quick math in his head. If he ordered the plain ice cream, he would have 15 cents left for a tip. That seemed fair enough. He decided to sacrifice his dream of having a sundae and settled for the simpler option. "I'll have the plain ice cream," he said. The waitress nodded and walked away. She returned a few minutes later with a dish of plain ice cream and a bill. She placed them on the table and left without a word. The boy looked at the ice cream. It looked plain and boring, but he tried to enjoy it anyway. He ate it slowly, savoring every bite. He wished he had some chocolate sauce or whipped cream to make it more exciting, but he did not complain. He was grateful to have this treat at all. He finished the ice cream and drank the water. He took the bill and walked to the cashier. He paid with his coins and received a receipt. He folded it and put it in his pocket. He then walked back to his table where he saw the waitress wiping it down. She did not look at him or acknowledge him. He reached into his pocket and took out the receipt and the 15 cents he had left. He placed them neatly beside the empty dish, where the waitress would see them. He hoped she would appreciate his gesture and maybe smile at him. He turned around and walked out of the coffee shop, feeling proud of himself. He had done something nice for someone else, even though she had not been very nice to him. He had also learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes, you have to give up what you want for what you need. He smiled as he stepped outside into the sunshine. He decided he did not need an ice cream sundae after all. He had something better, a warm feeling in his heart. The waitress assumed that the boy was cheap or poor because he ordered plain ice cream instead of a sundae. She treated him with impatience and indifference, not knowing that he was saving his money to leave her a tip. The boy, on the other hand, showed kindness and generosity despite his limited resources. He did not let the waitress's attitude affect his manners or his gratitude. The story teaches us not to judge people based on their appearance or choices, but to treat everyone with respect and compassion. We never know what someone else is going through or what their intentions are.